price for the Lamborghini. Do it very shortly. Just do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Just do it. Just do it. One of them chicks say he just come real quick. You say we're wrong, why you moving so frantic? He panting, he sweating, he trembling inside. You say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. You shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch out for this. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hooding, scrapes on his side, but this guy ain't no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that lands give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them girls, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. I laugh them, I go laugh. I run them, I go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hooding, scrapes on his side, but this guy ain't no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that lands give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them girls, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. I laugh them, I go laugh. I run them, I go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Just do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Just do it. Just do it. One of them chicks say he just come real quick. You say we're wrong, why you moving so frantic? He panting, he sweating, he trembling inside. You say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. You shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch out for this story swell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh, all them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. dodgy extradition. He talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun tally for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think the Guyanese stupid or starting. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right, this ain't right. That's why we wanna really expedite the extradite. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon, do it very shortly. Do it very quick, do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI plane gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel.
Prestige Auto Sales, your #1 dealer for luxury in Guyana, where luxury isn't a dream, it's inventory. From elite performance to executive elegance, luxurious auto sales with the most luxurious vehicles in Guyana. Prestige Auto Sales. Drive distinction. Contact me for your free ad today at 1-800-SANCTION-MAN.
Hey yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello, Wagwan.
yeah.
I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughters. We have the land, yo, where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, me nah know none was slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free, land of the many waters, resources and trees, land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese, land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians, and Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana beach breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Alright, 1, 2, mic check. View from gravity, are the nicest. Match time, my city, are the hypest. We see them gyal wind up in a some liquor tight dress. We are hustle from morning till night catch. Them finno Guyanese get a youth not like rest. House and car, them finno we like press. Check the bank line them, we not like check. We got gold and diamond, them think priceless. Timber bauxite, then check the aisle next. GDF, Miami is the finest. I mean I talk about the sugar, nah the rice yet. So a Marshall, I drop the Guyanese bomb for feed the nation, that's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo, them with them Guyanese and Guyana, that's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live, land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. I came from a land, it have many water, many great sons and many daughters. Is we have the land, what many ask for, we never see Katrina or nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, we nah know none was slippy. Guyana, we say big up on no city. Enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live, land of the biggest one-drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America, some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Hello, Wagwan. Are the
support the #1 dealer for heavy duty equipment and trucks in Guyana, Jumbojet. We have many locations. Visit any one of our 35 locations from Burbis to Timeri.
Tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today. We'll keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way. In every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Running to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, turn and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here.
Good morning to you, and welcome to another episode of Livewire. It's been a while since I heard that song. I like my Livewire song, but we've been playing Mark Ferdinand's Expedite the Extradite. Lovely song. Morning to all you wonderful Guyanese out there. I hope everybody had a restful night and they're ready for all of today's activities. It is the 22nd of January 2026, and I'm happy to be here with you. Morning to all those persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to the persons joining us across the... What? I click on the comment section and see Hannah Mohammed and freeze. Morning to you, Hannah. Whilst you're not the Hannah. Morning, Hannah. Right? Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Special good morning to the persons joining us in the comment section, especially Hannah Mohammed, the good Hannah Mohammed, not the bad one. So please, y'all don't come for Hannah in the comment section. It's a different one. Morning, Razio, morning to you. Nadine Singh, Pam Singh, morning to you, and Trevor as well. Eunice Rakibir, good morning. Leslie Mongo, morning to you. Mike Bisram, morning to you and the team. Wherever you guys are out working, I'm pretty sure you guys are already out in the field. Morning to all you guys there. You got a good boss there. Mike, morning to you and the family. David Sobrian, good morning to you. Toleram, morning. Prasad Patti, do that morning to you. And Hill, Andrea Matthews, good morning to you. Councillor Trimbagat, morning to you as well, joining us from Region 6. Jean Cornelius, good morning. Hilton Robert, morning to you. Dial Sukram, morning, everybody. I trust everybody is doing well. Right? All right. So let's get into it. First of all, I wanted to take some time out to highlight some content from a colleague of mine, Miss Javon Williams. I noticed she put out a video yesterday, and I guess people may be sick and tired of me hammering it in their ear. So I am hoping that you guys can hear from somebody else, probably a female perspective. And I'm not talking to you guys looking here. It's not all of you looking here. We know they got some win supporters here. The trolls are going to come in a moment. But I want you all to listen carefully to Miss Williams. It's Wilson or Williams? It's one of the two, Javando, right? I want you all to take a quick listen to her message. And the people who message in their WhatsApp, please stop. It's 8 and a live. Stop. Right. So let's get into that. Javon.
And another outburst from the distraction don. And if you're wondering who that is, it is our presumptive incoming leader of the opposition who every single day wants the Guyanese public to believe that he is somehow exposing corruption, when in fact what he's doing is running a full-blown distraction campaign to pull the attention away from these serious allegations of crimes that he's facing, and of course this very serious extradition order to the US. But Guyanese people are not stupid. And you know when we proved that? At the last elections, at the polls. Not on social media where everybody feels like they have some sort of relevance, but still, for the sake of the premise of the video that he posted recently about vehicles parked at the speaker's residence, let's indulge him for a little bit. So, Distraction Don is telling a very intelligent Guyanese public that he thinks corruption exists because he had the audacity to pull up on private property and film private vehicles, which by the way is owned by the adult son of a minister.
No, you hear what Javon said just now? Private property. Y'all remember when a drone operator from Sheriff was flying a Sheriff drone. Now, Sheriff providing security for the Gar Park. The residents give some complaint about, hey, we see some unrest. You gotta make sure y'all got me. Y'all make sure everything all right. So Sheriff, who was supplying security, doing their job, they wasn't doing nothing illegal. You understand? Within gated communities, well, this is your property, you've got to conform to certain rules and regulations, and this is how this road, this is how this road. At the end of the day, Sheriff security is the personnel providing security at the facility. Right? Afadeen Mohammed and co come out with multiple cars, some of the men armed, surround the Sheriff man vehicle. Had the man crying at the station. Your speaker is scrambling? What? I don't understand. Y'all hearing the video that I'm playing clearly? Are y'all hearing what she's saying clearly? Just confirm to me in the comment section. Right? Confirm to me in the comment section. Look how Asadeen Mohammed operated when Sheriff Security, which were doing their... Okay, I might need to turn the volume down on it a little. Okay. Right. Sheriff Security was doing what they were contracted to do. Secure the residents of the Gar Park. Right? Asadeen Mohammed and his army of security people went out there and terrorized the young man. Had the young man crying like a baby. He was crying like how Asadeen Mohammed was crying in the back of the pickup when CID and the US comfy, crying like a bird. You understand me? Randy Shepherd said no song. What story is this here this morning? What's going on, man? Let me... Oh, man. Anyway, morning, Randy. Right? This same security guy went to the station, then allegedly get a fat bag to drop the scene and disappear. Right? So imagine he operated in that way when somebody fly a drone over his house. And he now doing that to the Speaker of the National Assembly. Asadeen Mohammed is not anybody of any relevance or any importance or in any position of power in this country, at least not yet. You understand me? But he could fly a drone over the Speaker House. And nobody can fly nothing. A security company that is providing security where he is living can't fly a drone in his area. Madness. Continue, Javon, girl. Sorry to cut you. Continue.
And you would think that this is coming from somebody of integrity. This is a man who is surrounded by multi-million-dollar luxury vehicles tied to ill-gotten wealth, which is now being investigated by international authorities.
Next excellent point made by this young lady. Now, could you believe? Listen, Asadeen Mohammed talking about things that he himself got, right? Now, these people that he talking about are professionals. They either got careers in different things and they went into government. Asadeen Mohammed is currently in the process of being extradited to answer for smuggling thousands of pounds of gold. Thousands of pounds of gold. Right? None of the persons that Asadeen Mohammed has highlighted, Minister Susan Rodriguez, Minister Zulfikar Mustafa, Peter Lewis, Sheriff, whoever else, Jumbo Jet, Prestige, Auto Sale, whatever it is, none of those persons, the owners of those businesses, ministers of government, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Vice President Barjadio, President Ali, Prime Minister, I go to say Samuel Heights, Prime Minister Mark Phillips, none of them, despite all the allegations made by Asadeen Mohammed, they are not sanctioned, they are not under investigation, they are not being sought by the United States or any other territory for criminal activity. None of them. Morning to you, Eunice Ragobir. I hope you're feeling better.
And of course has resulted in the US issuing an extradition order for him and his father. So are we being serious right now? Like, where exactly is the proof that taxpayers' money was used to pay for those vehicles that he was filming at the speaker's house? Where's the audit? Did he even follow due course as incoming leader of the opposition and report it to the relevant authorities for
Good. Another excellent point. Now listen to something. Minister Susan Rodriguez brought this up when they started on her. Right? There's this thing called politically exposed persons. Anybody in the government. Y'all remember a time the Senate couldn't get MoneyGram? MoneyGram closed the off. Like, you can't collect no more money through here. Right? Y'all remember that? Aubrey Norton was a politically exposed person. And the financial institution, for whatever reason, decided, you know something? Probably too much transactions coming in for this man. What really going on here? We closing this off. We want in this. Aubrey Norton go receive, I can't remember if it's MoneyGram or Western Union. One of the transfer services. One of the transfer services closed him off. Now, ministers of government, opposition members of parliament, permanent secretaries, and at a certain level of management at the ministry level, these institutions, directors, and all these other persons who are head of agencies. These persons fall under the politically exposed persons bracket, right? Now, what they have to do, Rivals, big up yourself, brother. What they have to do now is, one, they got to think of the Integrity Commission, where they got to submit all the information to show where the money coming from, what they're doing, what's this, what's that. You understand? If you check the Integrity Commission and you check for politically exposed persons or government ministers or which administration has been most up to date with keeping the Integrity Commission up to date on their earnings and their financial standings, you will see it has been consecutive PPPC governments. Let's go off on a side note here. Do you know, if you go and you check the Integrity Commission for the submissions of government ministers from 2050 to 2020, a lot is missing. A lot missing. But if you check with the People's Progressive Party, you can see all the ministers, TPS, them, everybody that falls that under the umbrella doing what it's supposed to do in relation to the integrity. First, check your messenger. You check your messenger, Feroz. Check your messenger, buddy. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. I see you check it. Good, good, good. Right? So, y'all understand what's going on? Y'all understand what's going on? The Integrity Commission is what holds parliamentarians, all these officials accountable. You understand? You have to submit the information, then they go through it and audit it and make sure, hey, this matching up. How they buy this big house and they only getting this money. It's got to match up. It's got to match up. And as I said to y'all before, we have seen persons who have allegations have been made against Carthage saying, listen, this asshole call my name, but this is how I get this. This is how I get that. This is the reason my name is on this. This is why I own and this is why I don't own. I don't really own this building. I don't know what asshole talking about. You understand me? That's the difference. Now, as a member of parliament, Asadeen Mohammed has the option of going to the Integrity Commission to say, hey, look on this. You understand? Engage the Auditor General. Hey, what's going on here? But no, he does not do that. He makes baseless accusations on social media. You understand? And we're going to come to Vinesh Gupta. You understand? We're going to come to that. But let me let Javon finish here. Continue.
No. He doesn't care about that. What he did is he ran to social media where the bullies and the antagonists lives. And for me, that tells you everything that you need to know. Yeah, I'll never see a drowning man. I remember when we was growing up in school, they taught us that a drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Anything.
And in Guyana, social media is that new straw. And the distraction done, whether y'all want to admit it or not, is clutching to it with both hands. But again, I tell y'all, Guyanese are not stupid. We recognize that this man and his entire enterprise are now before the courts for robbing this country of billions of dollars.
And that's my point. He talking about ministers robbing the country and corruption. None of them are being sought by anywhere for that. But you are being sought for robbing the country, brother. It's already going on in this place. Imagine, this is a classic case of pot telling the kettle how he bottom black. When the pot bottom blue black. Jesus Christ. It's a madness going on in this place. Do people actually got evidence of what you did, the robbery that you execute on this country in terms of smuggling the gold? You making a bunch of accusations, and every time you make an accusation, the person who you accuse come out and completely debunk what you say. Sheriff make you look bad. People Lewis make you look bad. Minister Rodriguez make you look bad. Minister Mustafa make you look bad. The only person I think you really respond to is Minister Mustafa's son. At least me see it. Every Jumbo Jet make you look bad. Prestige Auto make you look bad. Man, fuck, let me pay some bills. Let me run an ad, man. Run an ad.
Prestige Auto Sales, your #1 dealer for luxury in Guyana, where luxury isn't a dream, it's inventory. From elite performance to executive elegance, luxurious auto sales with the most luxurious vehicles in Guyana. Prestige Auto Sales. Drive distinction. Contact me.
Y'all shop Prestige Auto Sale. Shop Prestige Auto Sale. You want a nice fancy vehicle? You want luxury? That's all they got at Prestige Auto Sale. Asadeen Mohammed knows that's all he drives. Luxury. Continue, Javon.
Not millions, billions. So now the smart move is to try and somehow change the story. So you run into politics. You play on the emotions of Guyanese. You target vulnerable communities and somehow feel like this political relevance is somehow going to protect you from prosecution. And when you lost the elections, then comes move number 2. If my ship is going down, I am going to drag everybody down with me.
And that's why I understand. Asadeen Mohammed's intention is to carry Guyana down with him. All the we benefit from the gold and the smuggling and the wire fraud and all kind of thing. But he want to carry the rest of the country down. So persons they want to invest in Guyana no more because, excuse me, they got international fugitive in the parliament. Investor confidence gone. The US, matter of fact, just let me run it one time.
Involved in certain aspects of government that we have to deal with. If it involves anything financial or contractual, then that might be a slight problem for us. But we just have to ask that someone else work on that issue.
Oh,
So what I want y'all understand is, right? The US, this aid Guyana in all sorts of ways. Contractually, financially aid, US aid. We get aid from the US. Help, money, right? Some of those parliamentary committees, the opposition leader sits there. Now, what if Ashdin Mohammed decides, hey, me got no time with you, US ambassador. I get elected to parliament, I sit in the money committee, me guy, if y'all want to get this done, I got there in this. I the opposition leader. What happens to us? What happened to the vulnerable groups that aid comes from the US that it goes to help? Y'all know the core home thing? You understand? Stuff like that can be affected. We're poor Guyanese, right? Through initiative of the government, through the Ministry of Housing, you understand? And I think it's IDB or one of them international banks or something like that. Poor people pay $100,000 and get a 2-bedroom house, bungalow house, build on the property. It can affect things like that, right? America is a first world country that has ties to a lot of other countries around the world, a lot of other organizations they are part of. You think they want to see Azadeen Mohammed at the UN and them kind of thing? Azadeen Mohammed can't go to the summit of opposition leaders around the world, wherever people, he can't go. He can't go. You know why? Because if he leaves Guyana and he goes to another territory that's friendly with the US, they will ask for extradition. They will lock him up and take him away. Plain and simple. How is he representing us as an opposition leader? They will lock him up and take him away. Sorry, Javon, continue.
all the ministers are corrupt. Even the ministers he were once friends with, According to him, we don't have a single minister of integrity, parliament corrupt, everybody dirty. And he's willing to tarnish the reputation of our hardworking government because he knows, he is not dumb, he knows that nobody's going to go now and open a defamation case against him because it's going to slow the extradition process.
And that is another excellent point by this young lady. Azadeen Mohammed knows during this period he could get away with murder. I told y'all many shows ago, not even a bomber clock traffic ticket. You hear me? Not even a traffic ticket. The extradition treaty says, somebody saying they can't hear the video again. What's going on with y'all really? What's going on this morning? Right? Not even a ticket. As I said to y'all before, the extradition treaty says the person who's being sought for extradition cannot be involved in any other legal criminal matter in the country. Nothing. Right? Unless you know last to do with the digging Azadeen Mohammed to prove what he's saying. To prove what he's saying. Not even a private man, Jumbo Jet, or whoever could say, hey, this man calling up, we naming some shopping. Let's go through this man. They can't do it. Because they can mess with the extradition process. And you know what we're upon right now? Expedite the extradite. So everybody just allowing this man. And this man going on like, oh, yeah, I'm talking this thing. They can't tell me not to cause it's true. No. No, it has no truth to it. It's that people can't reach out and knuckly. We waiting to send you away, let the others deal with you, man.
As we can see, even GRA had to throw out the case against him for tax evasion, for things to keep moving along. So let's not pretend that his behavior is accidental or random. This is a person who is trying to bring Guyana down with him. But let me tell you something, Guyana, that is not going to happen. We are a resilient country, and there's no amount of deflection that is going to erase the evidence. There's no amount of Facebook support that is going to stand in the court of law and stop this extradition process, because these crimes were committed, evidence was gathered, and this man is clearly clinging to distraction because he knows that the courts are getting closer. So whether he accepts it or not, Guyanese are smart, we're smart people, and they're reading right through the smoke of distraction done.
Yeah, understand what's going on. Thank you, Javon. Javon Williams is a journalist and social media. No. I think she's a marketing expert, and she does. She's trained in communications. Check her out on Facebook, man. I think she has. Oh boy, what's the name? I don't know. I tell y'all, I really don't follow the influencers them, but I know Javon. We've met a few times, and I think she's a very intelligent young lady. Let me pay a little bills, man. Run the ad,
Come
operator.
support the #1 dealer for heavy duty equipment and trucks in Guyana, Jumbojet. We have many locations. Visit any one of our 35 locations, from Burbis to Timeri.
Jumbo Jet. Let us sell heavy duty equipment. You want big truck, you want excavator, you want front end loader, Jumbo Jet. Y'all check them out. Check out Jumbo Jet. Now, listen, it's a long time. Anybody from the PNC APL, you can catch a stray one from me. And this morning I'm in the mood. So here the man, Rickford Mark. Look, I don't know. These guys is really feel people stupid, you know. Listen to this. Look at this here. This here is on Rickford Mark's page. Posted a couple of hours ago. 4 hours ago. CGID warned PVP government of Guyana to stop sending the agent to Rickford Burke's home, or one will get killed in self-defense. Today, Mr. Rickford Burke made yet another report to the NYPD and the FBI and notified the U.S. State Department that another agent of the racist PVP government of Guyana, captured in the video below, came to his Brooklyn, New York home and conducted surveillance for approximately 40 minutes. Listen to me. I want y'all to write that down. 40 minutes. The PVP agent allegedly was by Rickford Burke conducting surveillance, right? Mr. Burke was not at the location when the incident occurred. This is a violation of U.S. sovereignty and an act of transnational repression by the PVP government of Guyana. During this period, the individual video recorded persons leaving and entering Mr. Burke's home. Mr. Burke's home surveillance system captured the individual exiting a black sedan motor car at approximately 4:45 and made unlawful entered. Big Bright Rickford Burke made unlawful entered into his premises, holding documents bearing the logo of the government of the Guyana government. This is clearly criminal trespassing. That's another thing I want y'all write down. Criminal trespassing, right? Clearly, criminal trespassing. And you know in America, trespassing is a serious thing. Good. It is part of a pattern of harassment and transnational repression crimes carried out by the PVP government of Guyana against African Guyanese in the US who condemn and expose their racism and corruption. An agent of the PVP government, notorious Guyana police superintendent. I didn't read this before. Lord Jesus. Sorry, I didn't read this before. An agent of the PVP government, notorious police superintendent Mitchell Caesar. I thought it was Mohammed people. What going on? I thought, what going on? I didn't understand. I thought it was Mohammed people. Anyway, was last year caught attempting to hire a hitman to kill Mr. Buck. Caught. Please write that down as well. The man was caught attempted to hire a hitman to kill Mr. Bork in exchange for millions of dollars on a house and land from the PVP government. CGID hereby again warns President Ali, President Irfan Ali, Vice President Barjagio, and others in the PVP government to cease sending their mercenaries into the US to threaten the life of Mr. Bork and his family. We never see no family with the children and them there, Borky. Yeah, right. I got them couple fingers about. There's the family talking about. Frankly, someone will get killed in self-defense. Now, listen to something. Right? That was a statement made by Rickford Bork. Here, let me be realistic, right? Now, this is the video of the person at Rickford Bork house. I want to make this big so y'all could see good what's going on here. First of all, Rickford Bork claims somebody surveilling in front of the house for 40 minutes. And he feel unsafe. He said he wasn't home. But clearly somebody was home. Right? And I can show you why clearly somebody was home. Now, if you're in the US and you feel somebody surveilling your house and you call the police, they gonna come. In Guyana, it might take a little longer to come, but in America, most of your American citizens, they gonna come. Right? So, that's the first thing that jump out at me. So this vehicle outside you house for 40 minutes. You claim the record and people going in and out. Then it may be that the vehicle wasn't doing something illegal because we would see some video footage of the police that whoever in the call to stop them from surveilling your place. For 40 minutes that they were out there. Right? Now, you spoke of trespassing. I want y'all to look at this. This gentleman, it seems he came out of this black car here. That's parked there. Let's look at his actions. Firstly, you can't say more scenario. Me by it look like he got a gimpy there. He ain't even walking good. This look like, take for instance, you got a matter in Guyana and you got to serve somebody living in the States. He's got to go through a process in the court here so that you could send those documents to the States and have like a company that does deal with serving people, go and serve the documents to wherever the person living in the States. So I am saying to you guys, it is my belief that that's exactly what's taking place here. Right? Somebody got some action against Rickford Bork, whether in Guyana or America, and decide to send service to he Brooklyn home. Now, again, look at what the gentleman is doing. Look at this. The Limpopo, stop at the gate. Right? He looked down at the document. Probably checking the address or, making sure he get the right lot. Right? He look up. The man talking to somebody. He's talking to somebody. I got a document here for Rickford Bork. I got to drop it off. He the home. It's talking to somebody. You understand? So whoever the home now, in the home, we're going to left it, what you going to do? So, well, me and no, I could come and show you what's going on. Yeah. Come and couple of things what's going on. And me by the site to limp up the step, you could barely make it. So what's this stripping about criminal trespassing and surveilling your house? If somebody come to do you something, they're lifting up your front step. What nonsense is this? Rickford Bork for real? Now, he spoke of Mrs. Mitchell Caesar and Mitchell Caesar name calling and all kind of thing. Right? From what the detective said with Fagundes and all these allegations. Now, if You are saying that Mitchell Caesar was caught. You have evidence that this police officer was caught. This gazetted officer was caught trying to hire somebody to kill you. Why the Americans didn't do nothing about it? You're a citizen. Why didn't hold Mitchell Caesar and lock him up? Why didn't lock up the person who take the contract? Mind you, if you look in the corner here or your screen, you see the man hand there, he talking to somebody. The man in no aggressive, in good and no aggressive way. The man could barely walk. The man could barely walk. But this is the kind of misinformation and disinformation that you get from Rickford Burke and the PNC and the APNU. They will make a lie out of anything. You understand me? They will make a lie out of anything. So this guy, I don't want to call you a bailiff, but look, so you see, he taking a photo because remember he got to go back. He got to go back to, and this is why he must set surveillance for 40 minutes because the man take 2 photos. So he embellished what happened. Now the man most likely got 2 copies of the document in his hand here, right? They're probably talking to him behind a grill or something. So he probably stick one in the grill and take a photo to show his superiors, well, here, I actually did here and tried to serve this man. I left this document in the door, or I talked to this person, take a photo, the person he gave the document to, so he got some record. If that was illegal, the man would have been in the lockups, the police would have been there. It's America. They got police and vehicle and things. Not like how some people complain about Guyana. Oh, the police are, after doing an illegal protest, whilst you're allowed to protest, you have to have permission. You have to have permission. You can't block the road. You understand? Do an illegal protest in front of the speaker house. Then she won't come out here because they're in front of the speaker of the national. Then 40 minutes you can call the police. The man come up, you step on all the you can wildness with the boy. Let me listen to the Attorney General, who can give me a blow-by-blow of this Vidish Gupta thing. Attorney General.
Of his diabolical outpourings, he tries to implicate our government, the government of Guyana, the PPP Civic Administration, into some conspiratorial alliance with a man named Vitesh Gupta. And he draws a parallel between Vitesh Gupta's case and his case, and tries to show that the government of Guyana is persecuting him for political reasons, but the government of Guyana allowed Gupta to walk free because, according to him, there is some connection between the government and Gupta. Let me say for the public record, Gupta, Vitesh Gupta, is unknown to the government, is unconnected to the government, and has no affinity with the government of Guyana. Gupta, as far as I am aware, was the subject of a red notice issued by Interpol. You must know that there is an international policing agency called Interpol, of which approximately 196 countries in the world are members. Guyana is a member. It is one of the important international crime-fighting organizations in the world. And from time to time they would issue international warrants and red notices, and countries would cooperate who are members. So Guyana,
Another thing I want y'all to note is the Attorney General said red notice, right? I want y'all to listen and take note of that. Red notice.
received a red notice in relation to Vitesh Gupta. The Guyana Police Force received that red notice. To locate, the red notice normally directs a police force to locate and arrest the subject of the red notice pending an extradition request. And international cooperation on these matters enjoins each police force in the respective countries who are members of Interpol to act upon these instruments when they're issued. So the red notice came to the Commissioner of Police of Guyana on the 6th of February 2024 to locate and arrest Gupta as he was in Guyana, pending an extradition request from the government of Italy. The red notice came, Gupta was arrested by the police and taken before a magistrate. On the 19th of March 2024, Gupta appeared before Magistrate Faith Magosti in
Now Magistrate Barjagio. Now Magistrate Anil Nandalal. Now Magistrate Irfan Ali. Now Magistrate Mark Phillips. Now Magistrate Susan Rodriguez. Now Magistrate Zulfikar Mustafa. Now Magistrate Onish Warren. Right?
Court 5 of the Georgetown Magistrates Court and was remanded to prison until the 28th of March, pending the receipt of the extradition request from Italy.
No,
He was
the Attorney General will go into more detail. But y'all understand what's going on? Imagine a red notice is below a extradition request, and I think it's below implemented or imposed sanctions. A man get a red notice. The extradition request ain't come yet. And this man get remand to prison. Faith Magosti, I think, is the acting chief magistrate. So how, in heaven's name, when an extradition request is actually there, buys get bail right away, same day. Here, go on back a road. Not fight up. Them want you, but you go back a road. You understand? A principal magistrate, this is chief magistrate, remand, red notice. And we gonna hold you until the extradition request come. Extradition request here for the Mohammeds. And a magistrate decide. No, they ain't important. Y'all go along back a road.
remanded. They didn't get the extradition request yet, but the magistrate remanded him on a red notice arrest only. Compare that to the Mohammeds. There was an extradition request. Here there is no extradition request yet. And the Mohammeds were granted bail to the tune of $150,000 each after an extradition request was received from the government of the United States of America, informing that they were indicted in that country for 20 counts, I believe, of money laundering, international fraud, and conspiracy to commit fraud and money laundering. Serious international financial crimes. Yet they were granted bail, and Gupta was remanded by the magistrate. Gupta remained on remand for several months, and I'll go through it. On the 26th of April 2024, the matter was called again before Magistrate Magotsi.
And I'm gonna let the Attorney General finish this. I just want to add this point. Again, we hear Asadin Mohammed making all sorts of assertions. And then Carthage, paperwork comes to show Asadin Mohammed didn't know nothing what he talking about. The boy as stupid as he looks. Literally, stupid as he looks.
And the authority to proceed, as well as the extradition bundle, were laid over with the magistrate. So the government of Guyana received the authority to proceed, they received the extradition bundle, and in compliance with the law, with our treaty obligations, they took it to the magistrate's court. On the 2nd of May 2024, the matter was called again before Magotsi, and the documents were tendered into evidence. There was an application for bail, and bail was eventually granted in the sum of $2 million.
Oh, I gotta go like Scooby-Doo. Oh, what? What could be? Does the magistrate that is overseeing the Mohammed's extradition proceedings, did that person go to a different law school than the chief magistrate acting? What's going on in this place? What's going on in this place? So a man, first of all, get remand till the extradition thing come. When it come, and the state decides you're gonna go through it, he lies, say, hey, magistrate, give me a little bail now. Magistrate, bail? All right, $2 million. Now imagine Asadin Mohammed and the father, who got indictments, charges, everything lined up. Not a day in the lockups, they had to wait. And they even had to find more than $250,000. Just over $250,000 to free both of them. And allow them to come back out to Guyanese society to be a menace. Just over $250,000. And one man get $2 million bail. Going through a similar process.
So this man spent from March to May on remand, and he was eventually granted $2 million bail. The Mohammeds were not even remanded, period, and they were granted $150,000 bail on the very day that they were brought before the magistrate.
You understand what's going on? Yes, I'm the Attorney General explain it to you. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Wait. Somebody said not similar process. A lower process. How was it a lower process? Vinesh Gupta was wanted for some drug-related thing. You understand me? Check your volume, we're not hearing anything. What? Vinesh Gupta was wanted for something drug-related. As in Muhammad and his father wanted for things drug related, gold related, wire fraud related, murder allegedly related. Which process is a lower process? Somebody explain to me, me not understand. What process is a lower process? Village go target one for drugs. Muhammad's is drugs, smuggling, Tyson, Hezbollah, wire fraud, allegations of murder. Me not understand. Importation fraud, the Lamborghini. We mean low process. Yeah, make it make sense to me, please. Please make it make sense to me. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Somebody that sent me a news article from Travis Chase News. Nazar Mohammed demands apology, accuses the speaker of defamatory smear in national address. You fun smear everybody that you can think about Tom, Dick, and Harry. Yo, what? Man, why this place really, man? I don't understand it. You crying foul for what your son doing to people? All those statements that those ministers debunk, Peter Lewis debunk, Amir from Sheriff debunk, all them defamatory, can you stream it live for the world to see? Muhammad got almost 500,000 followers on his page. NCN nowhere close to the. So the speaker should demand an apology from Muhammad for having people fly drone over his house, which y'all don't condone or accept. Did you apologize to the African guy for the statements you made, Nazar Mohammed? You want apology? You know, it's the people like Odessa and them that's still running behind the Mohammeds after all these things come out, you know. If you know, people that say you're between a rock and a hard place, so you attach yourself to Muhammad. So much so to the point where if you detach yourself now, you out in the wilderness, you got nobody, nowhere to go, nobody to help you. And I honestly feel that's the problem there with the Afro Guyanese that are in the upper echelons to win. At this point, they have nowhere else to go.
The matter called the hearing begun, the extradition hearing in the magistrate court begun between the 23rd of May 2024 and it lasted until the 28th of October 2024. On the 28th of October 2024, the magistrate heard arguments from all sides and made a finding that there was not enough evidence to extradite Gupta.
Again, Magistrate Magusti made the finding. Not Magistrate Anand, not Magistrate Irfan Ali, not Magistrate Barjagio, not Magistrate Onij Warren, not Magistrate Mark Phillips. Right? The magistrate determined there was not enough evidence.
The magistrate made that finding. On the 28th of October 2024 and discharged Gupta.
Now, there's not independence in the judiciary. The minister had nothing to do with it. The president, the vice president, prime minister, nobody.
The magistrate made that finding. The police legal advisor who was appearing for the requesting state, Italy, subsequently got information from Italy that they were no longer pursuing the extradition request because Gupta was cooperating with the law enforcement agencies in Italy in relation to some other offenses. In other words, he struck some type of deal with the law enforcement people in Italy.
Now remember, our boy, our boy went to Barbados in a similar fashion, right? Remember posing on the beach, looking stupid into oblivion or into the sea. You alone, nobody dealing with you. You remember the Barbados trip? That was hopefully to call out people's name and work out a deal so that this whole thing could ease down. You know, at least here. I think you have some more thing, just allow me for living thing. I got there, I there. Me, I know it. But the people said, no, we don't want that. We got enough evidence to lock you up. We want no deal. We got no circumstantial evidence. We got real thing for you, boy. After then, we got real thing for you. So we want to make no deal, brethren. You know what police make deal when they're sure. When they got enough evidence. When the evidence is circumstantial. But when they got mountains and mountains, people say they got the box with the thing, the way where they slide to get out the goal. They got everything. They got confession from people who in the system working with them. So they don't need to make no deal with you. So you went to Barbados, sell out your comrades, you understand? And then just send back the guy and say, here, we still coming to lock you up. Thanks to the information. So you need not sense like British Gupta to save yourself. He didn't even have sense like Vijay Gupta to save himself because Barbados trip, nothing come out of him. Wasted time. What the hour but morning? What the hour and who but morning? You go to stay in the comment section quiet. You with this 8:57. Trouble.
Those are the facts as they are documented in the public record of the Guyana Police Force. This has nothing to do with government of Guyana. The government of Guyana played the role that the government of Guyana is playing now in relation to the extradition request. How is it that this implicates the government in some conspiratorial enterprise with this man Gupta?
I don't know, bro.
This is the inane rantings that emanate from Muhammad on a regular basis, as within Muhammad. In his last rantings, at least, you heard him say that he understands how the extradition process works. It's a request from one government, he says, at least he gets that right, to another government to extradite the person to the country making the request. Here it was Italy in Gupta's case. In Muhammad's case, it is the United States of America. The government of Guyana is not extraditing you, Mr. Muhammad. The government of Guyana is simply facilitating a request from the U.S. government. It is the U.S. government that wants you. I don't know how many times I have to say this to get this in your head.
It's called TKG. It's called TKG. Right now, a while ago, I had a segment on this show called Donkey of the Day. Right? I had a segment on this show that was called Donkey of the Day. Let me move the AG from here. Right? And I feel definitely we're gonna bring it back. And because we have brought it back. So today, the 22nd day of January 2026, we are reinstituting Donkey of the Day. Now, the Donkey of the Day today will be none other than former Mayor Ubraj. Right? Alman. Former Mayor Ubraj. Now, why you might want to say I would call Ubraj the Donkey of the Day. Now, Ubraj did a letter to the editor, and I would call it an attack on Mr. Kit Nascimento. And everybody knows Mr. Nascimento is a communication specialist, and he's been around for some time. These people have been in Guyana helping to build this country. And when we get fly by night jokers like Ubraj Narain, imagine the worst mayor ever. Ubraj, like Granger. Granger was the worst president ever in the history of Guyana. And Ubraj Narain can take the crown as the worst mayor the capital city ever seen in life. So Ubraj wrote a letter, and I'm gonna read it because I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from when I decide to respond. Right? So this is Ubraj's letter to the editor. Dear editor, I read with concern a letter from Mr. Kit Nascimento, published in the Guyana Chronicle on January 21, 2026, under the caption, Asadeen Mohammed must stand trial and step aside. While Mr. Nascimento presents his arguments as one rooted in national interest, it is difficult to ignore the selective outrage, political convenience, and the glaring inconsistencies that define his position. And I can do the same thing with you, Ubraj. Wretch. Mr. Nascimento now portrays himself as a guardian of Guyana's democracy. Yes, he was one who spoke out when the party that kicked you out was trying to thief the elections. He was one of them who spoke out. So yes, he's a guardian of democracy, right? And a guardian of the economy and international standing. Yes, because the PNC, APNU continuously tried to shame us. Back to the letter. Don't let me get commentary during the read. Let me just read the letter. But some of the things that the scenes upset me. And I literally reading this here with you for the second time. Yet one must ask plainly, where was his morale forever when President Irfan Ali himself faced 19 fraud charges in the past? Where was Mr. Nascimento's alarm when the current head of state was sanctioned by the Canadian government? At that time, there were no calls for stepping aside, no lectures about reputational risk, and no dramatic warnings about national collapse. The silence speaks volumes. God, I can't wait to deal with this idiot. Mr. Nascimento has long been a controversial and partisan voice. Like Ubraj Narain is a balanced voice on anything. Multi-but oil. There's definitely voice balance on. Wretch. Sorry. Particularly when it comes to defending the PVP government and its officials. His sudden discovery of the dangers of sanctioned individuals appears to be principled stand, but a politically expedient one. It is therefore surprising that while he is quick to amplify allegations against Asadeen Mohammed, he remains quiet about the serious corruption allegations being exposed by Mr. Mohammed and the Wind Party against PP figures. How we can talk about it if the people debunking it already? Oh Jesus! Ubraj. Why has Mr. Nascimento not spoken with equal urgency about PPP ministers who have visibly enriched themselves while in office? What evidence you have, Ubraj, of the visible enrichment? Why has there been no sustained call from him for accountability, transparency, and or investigation into those allegations. Go to the Integrity Commission, go to the police with your information. The answer seems obvious. Selective morality is not morality at all. And so you just know. The Guyanese people spoke clearly at the 2025 general regional elections. They wanted the PVP to be government. That is what they said clearly. Going back to the letter, when emerged as the main opposition through the democratic will of the electorate, who emerged as the government? Neither Mr. Nascimento or anyone else has the authority to silence or sideline those votes because their choice is inconvenient to the ruling party or its defenders. Ubajaran is such an idiot. Democracy does not mean accepting elections only when the results are comfortable. Mr. Nascimento defends the Speaker's action and his call for an elected leader to step aside amount to the endorsement of political gatekeeping rather than constitutional democracy. The leader of the opposition is not appointed by foreign government, columnists, or consultants. That position flows from the will of the people and the constitutional process. Mr. Nascimento would do well to relax himself and reflect honestly on his own record. Oh, Ubraj talking about record. Ubraj, what you got to reflect on? The carrier crash at Middle and Carmichael Street, or the gun you pull on your father-in-law? What you got to reflect on? Or the time you lie down and you decanter outside the main hospital in the country to allow the access to that hospital to be impeded? This banner is retarded, you know. It's so, oh God, Ubraj. Mr. Nasir, and I read there. Guyana does not need lectures rooted in double standards. Here he talking about double standards. The country needs what the country needs is consistent advocacy and accountability across the board, not partisan interventions designed to shield one political camp while attacking another. The people have spoken. Their voices cannot and must not be muted. So who are the people that speak for the government? Right? Now, listen to something. Listen to something very carefully. Ubraj starts with a lie. Right? Ubraj starts with a lie. Will was not the chosen as the main opposition. In the letter, Ubraj claims will emerge as the main opposition through the will of the electorate. That is simply not how Guyana Parliament works. The leader of the opposition is not a popularity trophy, it's a constitutional office determined by parliamentary numbers and eligibility. You can't declare yourself opposition leader by press release or emotional language. Democracy is law plus institutions, not vibes and entitlement. Now, listen, votes don't erase the court cases or the fugitive status of Ansari Mohammed. Winning support does not cancel criminal charges. Being elected does not make you above the law. If that logic holds, then any criminal can run, win, and claim immunity from accountability. The ballot is not a pardon. Now, Ubraj tries to distract us with his PPP whataboutism. But that doesn't answer the question, Ubraj. This letter by Ubraj Narayan is not a defense of Azadin Mohammed, it's a deflection. Even if every PP official were found guilty tomorrow of every offense they accuse him of, it will still not make a fugitive fit for this constitutional office today. Accountability is not your turn, my turn, that kind of foolishness. And I'll say this to you, Ubraj. 2 wrongs doesn't make one sanction fugitive right. Now, Ugas misinterprets President Ali's motto to create a false equivalence. And that's why I say Ubaj Durain, definitely one of the stupidest persons in Guyana and the worst mayor the capital city has ever seen. The worst mayor the capital city has ever seen. Comparing past allegations involving President Ali to OFAC sanctioned figures facing US criminal charges of dishonest, it is not the same. One is domestic political controversy, the other is international crime exposure with direct consequences for Guyana's financial system and diplomacy. This is not politics as usual. It's national risk management. Now, let's talk about the Canadian sanctions. And trust me, it's being used recklessly. He throws around the word sanction without explaining what it means or what it triggers. Sanctions are not gossip. It carries legal, banking, and diplomatic consequences. You can't gamble a country standing in the international arena because you want to win a political game. Guyana's reputation is not a toy for political drama. Now, Ubaj's argument is actually anti-democratic. Democracy is not only about elections, it's about standards, rule of law, and integrity of public office. If democracy means anyone can hold any office regardless of criminal status, then democracy becomes a shield for lawlessness. Democracy without standards becomes chaos. Now, Ubaj is defending a dangerous precedent. If a sanctioned fugitive becomes opposition leader, what next? A wanted man becomes Minister of Finance. A man accused of international crimes becomes the head of the National Security Oversight Committee or something, National Intelligence Committee or something. This isn't about one man, it's about the president's itself. Now, Ubaj contradicts himself. He claims national interest, but pushes national embarrassment. He says people's voices must not be muted, but he's arguing for Guyana to wear international disgrace proudly. No serious country elevates a man under international indictment and expects respect. Patriotism is protecting Guyana, not protecting personalities. Now, listen, it is clear Azadine is using his voters as human shields. He hides behind the people voted to protect one individual from consequences. But the votes did not vote to undermine the justice system. The voters did not vote to turn parliament into a sanctuary. People voted for representation, not for recklessness. Now, Ubaj attacks Kit Nascimento's character because he cannot defeat Nascimento's argument. Instead of answering the substance, trial and accountability, he attacked the messenger. That's a classic PNC tactic when facts are too heavy for them. And even though he gets out the PNC and left the PNC, he still running with the playbook. When you can't beat the facts, beat the person. Now, Ubaj avoids the core question. Why would Adil Muhammad clear his name in court? Adil didn't do nothing. He shipped no gold. They got no reason. This is only politics. So go clear the name. They got no evidence but gold against you. You got better chance for a fair trial in the US than here. You understand? If he is innocent, the fastest way to end the issue is to return to the US. Well, go to the US and face the process. Running while campaigning is not leadership, as Adil Mohammed or Ubaj Narain. It's evasion. Clear name, don't seek office. Then look at trying to chastise me. It's a good man. You vote for me now. We're clear. No. But you want people to accept you to all your baggage. You understand? Now, again, the Speaker's duty is to uphold Parliament's integrity, not to rubber stamp political stunts. The Speaker is not there to satisfy any party's ambition. He is there to protect the institution. The Speaker protects Parliament from becoming a circus. So, as Adil Mohammed, Ubaj Narain, the ballot is not a pardon. Democracy doesn't mean lawlessness. Ghana cannot afford imported disgrace. And leadership is accountability, not escape. You don't defend a fugitive by shouting, the people, you want the people want it. And again, what Adil Mohammed is going through right now is not persecution. It's Guyanese, it's the government, it's the parliament, it's all of us saying we got standards. And he below we standards. We want it. So Ubaj, hold it down, KDD. Daniel Charles, that he making problem in this comment section. Alright, hold on. Let me deal with Daniel. Daniel, we're going on, brother. Let me see. Where Daniel joining us from? Where is Daniel? Okay, no, he in the here. Daniel, I'm looking for you. Daniel Charles. I'm looking for you, broski. Where you at? Y'all realize Mark Zuckerberg changed your Facebook again? Y'all realize Mark Zuckerberg? I feel something in your eye because I don't know what you're seeing. For 28 years in office and Guyana still behind time. Daniel can't be a Guyanese. Wait. Oh, shucks, the thing scroll down. Daniel, wait, bye. Wait. Wait. Let me see who Daniel is first, man. Oh. Daniel Charles. See. This partner look like somebody I know. This is not the first time I've seen. No, man, this is somebody I know, man. Let me see if I can see his way from. He's a weird man, though. He's a weird man. I'm glad you're here. At least y'all hearing what's going on. Daniel, where he's live? Let me see. About. Oh, he all right, good. You block me, I can block you too. Later, Daniel, go create another profile and come again. Was fun having Daniel around. At least we educate him this morning. Guys, listen, I out here we go over time this morning. Remember, Donkey of the Day. If you see him today, you tell Ubash the right that he won a prestigious award through Livewire. Donkey of the Day. Right? Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. I'll see you guys here tomorrow, same time, same place. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
You're the number one dealer for luxury in Guyana, where luxury isn't a dream, it's Prestige Auto Sales, your number one dealer for luxury in Guyana, where luxury isn't a dream, it's inventory. From elite performance to executive elegance, luxurious auto sales with the most luxurious vehicles in Guyana. Prestige Auto Sales. Drive distinction. Contact me for your free ad today at 1-800-SANCTION-MAN. Come support the number one dealer for heavy-duty equipment and trucks in Guyana, Jumbojet. We have many locations. Visit any one of our 35 locations, from Burbis to Timeri.
Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. As Robin himself. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin, and he's just hood, scrapes on his side, but this guy no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them gas, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. The laugh them a go laugh, I run them a go run. Run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me